No, it comes from Nintendo Enthusiast. It's about Retro Studios. The title is Retro Studios is hiring for Metroid Prime 4 development. The article reads, "It was really admirable when, out of the blue, Nintendo published a video admitting Metroid Prime 4 development had failed and they were starting over from scratch. It was also totally crazy when they revealed Retro Studios, the developer of the other Prime games, who probably should have just been working on it from the beginning, would be coming back to help the new development. Now, Retro Studios has announced it's hiring more staff to develop this massive game." And then there's a nice little... They shared it. It's a tweet right from Retro Studios saying Retro Studios is hiring. That's a pretty good source for this news.
Yeah.
That's very good. That's a good sourcing. Just if you just so happen to be a world-class developer and you just happen to live in Texas, are willing to relocate to Texas, then hop on that job listing ASAP. Chance to work on a freaking Metroid doesn't just turn up every day, and Metroid Prime 4 is one of the most anticipated games for Switch in spite of it being so early in development. That's the news, guys.
In the chat, Retro says, "That's right, I'm developing Metroid Prime."
Yes, Retro in the chat. Retro is developing Metroid Prime 4.
He is the embodiment of Retro Studios. No, so we've been hearing like horror studios about developers that have been rushed to complete games, so they've been like working super amounts of hours.
200 hours of overtime a day.
Yeah. Which is great for money, but
sure, man.
For your life, that's, kind of sucks.
It's kind of bad.
Yeah.
Kind of really bad.
So imagine the pressure that Retro Studios is under. That's probably why they're hiring new people, so that they won't have to work 200 hours a week.
That's true.
They're like, "Hey guys, instead of making 100 people work 200 hours a week, what if we had twice as many people, so we only had to work half as much?"
That's still a lot of overtime. 100 hours a week. But
and then they could just take half the money you were going to pay us and give it to someone else so I can go home.
Yay.
Yeah.
Going home is good.
Wild Horse 64, a very great supporter, is in the chat. So glad to see her, especially after her getting out of the hospital for the wreck she was in, right? I don't know when she got out, though. I remember whenever she started doing better, so that was great. But anyways, when do you see this game coming out? If they're hiring people to speed up the process or whatever their reasoning, just when do you think, Daniel?
Yeah, I think we still have a few years out, to be honest. Like, they basically restarted development this year, like, from scratch. So...
Do you think they would have restarted from scratch? You don't think they would have, like, kept the same character model and everything? And just, like, redesigned the gameplay?
Maybe. But maybe they came in and Nintendo's like, this other studio was not working out, so Retro, you're on now. It's you guys got the gig. And they're like, great, what do you guys got so far? And Nintendo's like, oh, sorry, we already threw it out. They made a title? So sorry about that.
We have a name.
we got a name. We got a nice splash screen.
It's horrible.
We get the number 4. It's made of space clouds. So
yeah.
So I don't think. I feel like Retro would start it over from scratch, to be honest. Like, it maybe seems like more logical to take the scraps of whatever was built and reuse them, but part of me thinks like they would just clean slate and just start like from square one, like concept art and everything, start over.
Yeah.
Because I don't think coming in halfway and sort of half working with someone else's concept and then trying to build your own game from scratch at the same time is their style. I don't think that it would really work that well. So they're probably, I feel like they probably would have just started right from concept artwork, like that level of square one. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know things.
And you're
not Retro.
Yeah, Retro's in the chat.
Retro's in the chat.
He says can't spoil anything for you.
No, good. No spoilers.
Yeah, thank you, Retro. Don't spoil any of your games for us. Now, Cece, so you've never played any of the Metroid games, have you?
No.
Have you played as Metroid in Smash Brothers?
Boy.
Maybe a few times on the Nintendo 64, but I don't have Smash on my Switch. So
Oh, okay.
I cry.
It's basically the same as Mega Man. Like one's blue, one's orange. That's it.
I don't know if
Like-
Daniel agrees with you there.
No. Like Mega Man is Metroid's blue cousin. That's basically all you need to know. Jesse. We love you too, Daniel.
Also,
Does it-
Tublima's in the chat.
Yeah, hello, Tubes.
Hey, Tubes. I love you.
How, I don't know, was she done sword fighting? I guess it's 8 o'clock now. How was slaying your foes? She was sword fighting today. For those
Sword
Yeah.
wondering.
fighting?
Yeah, she sword fights now.
Like fencing? Or like...
Like actual swords, not
Yeah,
The
but like
weird
not like
swords?
lessons. Like she like gets a sword and she goes in the street. She goes, "You there!" And just, tosses the sword on the ground so it slides up to the other guy,
Oh, yeah.
and then he's just all like bright-eyed there. And then, yeah, it's pretty messy to be honest. Cops are looking everywhere for her.
Well, don't give her away.
wow.
What are you talking about?
She says long swords.
Of all the sports I
And
did
short
as a
swords.
little girl in elementary, fencing was my favorite.
You fenced
But
in
my teacher
elementary
never
school?
showed up, so I had to quit.
They
Oh.
taught you how to
Nothing,
sword fight
and
in
I was so
elementary
mad.
school?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I
Fencing's
don't
cool.
even think they let us
I
play
loved it.
dodgeball in elementary school.
Dodgeball, that's scary. You can get hit in the face.
You
It's
could
true.
get stabbed in
Getting-
the face.
No,
No,
with
you're
fencing you
not.
wear a thing.
And the sword has like a little ball at the end. And they're bendy, so you've been
Nice.
hit in the face with a tether ball, with a handball. Saw
Mm.
that one was the
Matt wants to
There was
know
a
why
fly.
Metroid can't crawl.
I
Wants
was
to know
just
why
not
can't
a very
Metroid crawl?
athletic
Yeah.
child.
Because the NES was not technologically powerful enough for them to animate it, so they made ball instead.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what's easier to animate than someone crawling?
We can just make a
A
circle.
ball. Just don't make a circle. Either that or they're like, he came to work and they were like, hey, how's it coming along animating the character crawling? He's like, that's what I was supposed to be doing? I made a ball, guys.
I thought we were making
I
a basketball
misunderstood.
game.
I thought you said make him balling, not crawling. I put too much work into this. He's a ball now.
Alright. I think we can go to the next. The final news story.
Okay, let's
Which
do it. What's
Someone
the
was
news?
asking about earlier.
Oh yes. Wow, we got a lot of news from Nintendo enthusiasts.
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
There was no news for the past week or two, so I just like went
I
to
don't know, they found it. They found some news.
yeah.
They
Well, like there was
sure-
there was a lot of news, but none of it was like discussion worthy news. It was like what we just did, to where we read the news and that's basically it.
it's like, wow, just says sure, news occurred.
Yeah, and it's the
Passing
same thing this time. Because it's yeah. So
Hey everyone, it's me again, Elia Rose. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. And you know what? If you're a fan of videos like this, you should totally subscribe and give this video a like and comment below to let us know what type of videos you would like to see us create in the future. And if you would really like to support all of us here at the GameOverJesse channel, please consider purchasing a GameOverJesse t-shirt or becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can receive many rewards, such as getting shoutouts, having any topic or theory that you select discussed on the podcast or made into its own video, having your question answered, joining on as a guest on the podcast, and playing with us during our Twitch live streams at twitch.tv/GameOverJesse, and much, much more.